lesser arm armor she's got, but ain't exactly filling that.
Look, I've got a pair of sturdy Osram hands, and I know how to put them to use. There'll always be work for me.
Is it just me, or do Carja people walks? They have places to be.
Where are those cables?
Jagris and Balaja should be along soon with them.
They're together. Finally! Petra put me on guard duty for a month, so I'm glad it was worth it. Thank you.
No problem.
I see you survived their bickering.
Barely.
I could say they struggle in love because they're young, but the old rarely fare better. Thank you, Aloy, for enduring them.
We may not see Jorgris and Balaja before tomorrow at this rate. Jorgris and Balaja owe me after all this. Oh, you too. We may not see Jorgris and Balaja before tomorrow at this rate.
Only thing harder than making a fortune in the...
going to need it.
Shadow. Stop there.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new? Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side. Make this quick. Guarded all right. But I can get through this. Get it while I can. God, I found this. Keep that for later. Do they think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
The snow's got a bite out here.